Well, let's talk about Ghana sports. I can take you back to pre-colonial times and even during colonial times and then post-colonial. But it is important for you to understand the structure of Ghana sports. It is something that is deep rooted in history, the history of Ghana. So let's start it from the Ministry of Youth and Sports for those who do not have enough knowledge about the structure of sports in Ghana. We have the Ministry of Youth and Sport that is in charge of, policy making and ensuring that sport is financed. And then we also have the Ministry of Youth and Sport has three agencies comprising the National Sports Authority, National Youth Authority, and then the National Sports College. I can give you an explanation of the functions of each of these agencies in brief. And first and foremost, it's important for you to understand that the National Youth Authority is responsible for all these civic engagements of the youth and youth employment and all that. And the National Sports College, it's supposed to be functioning as a kind of a college that trains and retrains coaches. It is established by a legal instrument in the 80s. Currently, it is not functioning as it's supposed to. However, I know they've been engaged in various other responsibilities like establishing a youth team and renting of their facilities as it stands now. I feel it has not lived up to its mandate. And then we have the third one, which is the National Sports Authority. And here you would know that it is the implementing hand of the Ministry of Youth and Sports in charge of development of sports and all other things like the development through sports, which has started in recent times. So you have all the associations registered with the National Sports Federations or associations, anyhow you call it, registered with the Ministry of registered with the National Sports Authority. The National Sports Authority itself has a sub-national structures embedded in the regions and then the districts of Ghana. And their functions are to cascade the development of sports in the various districts and regions, if you put it that way. So they have a regional sports directorate. Some people call it regional sports committee. Others also call it regional sports council and regional sports authority. I'm not too sure the name ascribed to the regions, but I would like to call it the regional sports office. And over there, you have a director who works with technical people they call coaches, who assist the district sports units. Now let's go to the district sports units. Here is a little bit tricky because it is a combination of representations from the Ghana Education Service, physical education coordinators to be specific, and then the those that come from the coaches or the technical men that come from the regions, as well as representations from the district assembly. The funding here is a little bit interesting. The common fund that comes to the various municipals, metros, and then the districts have, I think, about 2.5% earmark for sports. And this is supposed to kind of organize sports programs in the various communities. And we should bear in mind that this is not about talent identification. This is about engaging the districts into a kind of creative recreation and games, play, and all that. As many people know, this fund has usually been channeled for political activities in some districts, and so it becomes difficult for the members, which are the representation from the physical education section of the Ghana Education Service and those of the Regional Sports Authority, to access this fund and discharge their duties. So, in brief, that is the structure of sports in Ghana. It is not only football, it is more deeper than football. And so it's important for people to know this. In addition, when the budget for sports are prepared by the Ministry of Youth and Sports, it's important for you to know that it captures all these structures. And this goes to Parliament through the Ministry of Finance. And there is also the parliamentary committee in charge of sports and I think culture. And they also go through this budget, and the right decisions are made for funding to be released to the Ministry of Youth and Sports and then sent through its agencies down to the regions and then to the districts. I just felt it would be interesting to share this with people who do not know the sports structure in Ghana. I will try as much as possible to provide more education on this in my next video, probably to understand why government deliberately supports football than the other sporting associations or even the regions and district offices established under the Ministry of Youth and Sports. I will delve into these details in my next video. Thank you so much for having some time to listen to this video, and subscribe, and I would be giving you more insights into the world of sports as well as I'm doing with the that of Ghana. Thank you.